a politician, and what's the motivation behind here?
The
What do you
motivation,
think is the motivation behind the refusal to accept?
I think, klaro sa akin, Atty. Sherda, yung patayin yung mga totoong impeachment. And the first impeachment, papasukin nila, and of course, they debate on it, form and substance. If you look at the, as requirement of the Constitution, 10 days, within 10 days, i-refer ni Speaker sa order of business.
Right.
From
Magandang araw po. Ito po si Rene Bay. Pag-usapan ho natin ngayon ang mainit na mga issue sa ating bayan. Lalo na itong usapin sa impeachment sa ating Pangulo at saka sa ating Vice Presidente. Ito po mga kababayan. Dito na po tayo dito kay Mike Defensor Santiago patungkol ho dito sa kanilang pag-submit ng impeachment complaint noong mga nakaraang linggo na hindi naman tinanggap doon sa office sa Secretary General dyan sa Kamara. Ito po kasi mga kababayan, binansagan kasi yung unang impeachment complaint na tinatawag dito ni Mike Defensor na impeach me complaint. So, ibig sabihin, parang bugos. Saan ka pa nakakita na maghain ka ng impeachment laban sa iyong sarili? Ito nga, wala naman tayong makita ng mga talaga, ebidensya na siyang nagpapa-impeach sa kanilang sarili, pero halatang halata yun ang ginagawa nila. Bakit to? Dahil yung unang impeachment complaint na walang kalaman-laman, parang hangin lang yung laman, itinanggap. Tapos yung dalawang magkasunod na impeachment complaint, yung isa final ng makabayan, hindi rin tinanggap. At itong pangatlo sana, itong isasubmit sana noong nakarang linggo nila Mike Defensor at ni Atty. Topacio, ay napaka maraming laman. May sustansya talaga, pero anong ibig sabihin noon na hindi tinanggap? Ayaw nila Ayaw nila, halatang halata naman. Iyon ang tunay na impeachment complaint. Pero yung tinanggap, itong tinatawag na impeach me complaint.
Anyway, Mike, so we're on a serious note here because recently you just, together with some of your colleagues, filed a impeachment claim,
Yes.
complaint against the president.
Yes.
So what pushed you to your group to file a third impeachment complaint against the president?
Pwede ba dagdagan ko yung tanong mo?
Sige, go ahead, sir.
Manong, okay. You know, in 2022, you ran for mayor of Quezon City
Yes.
under the unity team.
Yes.
You campaigned for both President
Yes.
Marcos now and VP Sara.
Yes.
So, why the change of heart? Yun lang, in addition
Hindi
to...
lang naman siya nag-change of heart eh.
Yung summary nung...
Naghahanap pa ng kakampi.
Yung summary ng change of heart, I think one of those was, and nakausap ako ni Atty. Sherda even that time, yung kay Gutesa.
Akala ko binubuyo ka niya.
Kasi even during Gutesa's time, in fact, ang panawagan ko noon, was Speaker Martin. I-account nila. Kasi yun ang sabi niya
Correct,
delivery. And then right after that, mga 2 linggo ata, 3 linggo, nagsalita na siya na si Saldico, sabi niya, totoo yung sabi ni Gutesa, at hindi lang kay Martin Romualdez yan. Pero ako mismo nagdi-deliver kay Bongbong Marcos. So doon na nagdikit-dikit yun.
Yeah.
Boss, dagdag lang I watched one of your speeches. Alam mo na, fan mo ko, number one fan mo ko.
Hindi ako naniniwala. Pero anyway.
Huwag ka maniwala dito.
Ang sinabi mo kasi, ilabas nyo na si Gutesa, nasa hawak nyo siya, ilabas nyo na. Bumaliktad na nga yung tao eh.
Oo, totoo.
That's your speech. So, what do you mean by that?
Kasi si Gutesa, initially talaga, nagpunta sa kanila. Voluntarily, sumama sa kanila. And then
Kanila
eventually, supposedly, at that time, makakala ko yung mga former Marines.
Oh.
Tapos, nung malaman ko, nasa active Marines sa MC2. And then afterwards, ang napag-alaman ko na, pinapirma na nila ng bagong affidavit at saka binidyo. So sinabi ko na, nagawa nyo na sa tao yan eh.
Ilabas nyo na.
Ilabas nyo na. Kasi at that time, magpapasko na rin eh. No? Sabi ko, kawawa naman.
Oh, December pa to.
Disyembre. So, going back to that point, bakit kami nag-file? Wala namang ibang paraan ang taong bayan, any of us, to complain against the president and to find out or to get the documents legally, to discuss and debate legally, ano ba talaga yung participation niya dito? So, ang
Sa
matagal na
flood
debate.
control anomaly.
Matagal na debate. Ito, si Nani, alam, Ang Congress, alam mo, pag nagboto, patay ka na eh.
Hindi ko alam yan.
No form, no substance.
Ay,
Di ba?
totoo.
Dead.
Kayo nag-operate kay Villar eh.
Oh, hindi, that time, kami naman yun sa impeachment ng Pangulong Estrada.
Bakit
Yeah,
kayo-operate
Kasama.
kay Erap?
kasama si Speaker Villar that
For the
time.
record, si Speaker Villar at that time,
There's no record by the...
nagpa-reserve ng number
Yes.
sa atin because sila nagpapapirma. Ako yung may hawak ng numero eh.
Yes.
Di ba?
Oo.
So,
Kayo ni Nonoy Andaya.
Oh, the late Nonoy Anday.
The late
Nagpa-reserve
Nonoy
ng
Anday.
number.
So mga ano na kayo?
Number, ano ba yun? 79 o 69?
73.
73. Ayun.
73.
Oh.
So, how did you feel about the first two complaints? Did you ever bother to read the first two complaints?
Yes. Nung una, Attorney Edwin, wala naman akong reklamo eh. Sabi ko, sige, lahat i-discuss. Kasi ang thinking ko, and it's part of the rules, part of the Constitution, pwede naming ipagsama-samahin
Correct.
yung mga complaints na to. So sabi ko, sige, bahala na kung ano yung mga complaints niyan. And I'm not privy to the complaint of Attorney De Jesus. Hindi ko pa nababasa yan. I heard about the Kabayan Black. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung evidence o yung substance na nandun. But
But
anyway,
you
sabi
called them,
ko,
tinawagan mo sila, di ba, before you filed?
yes.
Oh.
But anyway, nung nakita ko na nahinarang kami, ito na yung call. Kasi meron tayong mga kasama sa Kongreso, may mga kasama tayo sa Secretary General's office na nagsabi na, uy, teka, hindi tinanggap. Sabi ko, ha? So I had to call Kabayan Black, si Congresswoman. Sabi ko, ma'am, ano ba nangyari? Eh, hindi tinanggap eh. We were umupo daw sila in a conference and then binanggit. I'm not authorized to receive, I cannot receive your paper, blah, blah, blah. So nagkaroon na lang sila ng video saying na ganito.
Right.
So sabi ko, wow, ba't ganun? Hindi ko naintindihan.
Legally, operations of law, ministerial lang dapat yun,
Ministerial.
di ba? Ministerial.
There's
Dapat,
nothing in
diba?
the Constitution that says it has to be received by the person of the Secretary General.
Yes.
It's just the office of the Secretary
Office of
General.
the Secretary
kasi.
General. Even the House Rule states
That's
that.
correct. That's
Office
correct.
of the Secretary General. Kaya nagtataka kami, and may precedents na tayo. There were other complaints in the past na talaga namang, kinuha ng Deputy Secretary General or anyone from the office.
Correct.
So, nung nakita ko na hindi tinanggap, sabi ko, hindi na to. Set up na to.
Kasi if you notice all the impeachment cases filed in Congress, if it is the one, if an impeachment case is initiated by the administration with the blessing of the President, tanggap kagad eh. Mabilis pa sa alas 4. But when it is initiated by the opposition or by the minority, ang daming rikititos. So, may batas para sa administrasyon, may batas para sa
Pero
oposisyon.
ngayon
Ganun ba
lang ito
yun?
nangyari eh.
Correct. Pag ayaw nila, gagamitin ang batas. Pag gusto nila, gagamitin ang batas. So, tama itong sinasabi dito. Patas para sa administrasyon at patas rin para sa oposisyon. Kaya ito ay patas pag sa administrasyon ang gusto, tanggap agad. Pag sa oposisyon, deny agad. Yun ang tawag ngayon sa bagong patas. Bihira to. Hanip. Ang kinakalaban mo ay ang sarili mong gobyerno. Sa tingin ko dito mga kababayan, no, yung sistema ng gobyerno natin, maayos naman, malinis naman, pero itong nagpatatakbo ng gobyerno, itong nagpapagulong ng sistema ng gobyerno, sila ang nagtitwist. Kaya epektibo ang sinasabi dito ni epektibo ang sinasabi nito ni, naalala nyo yung sinasabi ni dating DOJ Secretary, si Ginoong Mr. Bin. Mr. Bin ba? Ginoo pa? Mr. Bin Delo.
Sabi ko, sige, lahat i-discuss. Kasi ang thinking ko, and it's part of the rules, part of the Constitution, pwede naming ipagsama-samahin
Correct.
yung mga complaints na to. So sabi ko, sige, bahala na kung ano yung mga complaints niyan. And I'm not privy to the complaint of Attorney De Jesus. Hindi ko pa nababasa yan. I heard about the Kabayan Black. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung evidence o yung substance na nandun. But
But
anyway,
you called
sabi
them,
ko,
tinawagan mo sila, di ba, before you filed?
yes. But anyway, nung nakita ko na nahinarang kami, ito na yung call. Kasi meron tayong mga kasama sa Kongreso, may mga kasama tayo sa Secretary General's office na nagsabi na, uy, teka, hindi tinanggap. Sabi ko, ha? So I had to call Kabayan Black, si Congresswoman. Sabi ko, ma'am, ano ba nangyari? Eh, hindi tinanggap eh. We were umupo daw sila in a conference and then binanggit. I'm not authorized to receive, I cannot receive your paper, blah, blah, blah. So, nagkaroon na lang sila ng video saying na ganito.
Right.
So, sabi ko, wow, ba't ganun? Hindi ko naintindihan.
Legally, operations of law, ministerial lang dapat yun,
Ministerial.
Diba?
Ministerial.
There's
Dapat,
nothing in
diba?
the Constitution that says it has to be received by the person of the Secretary General.
Yes.
It's just the Office of the Secretary
Office of the
General.
Secretary
kasi.
General. Even the House rules states
That's
that.
correct.
Eh.
That's
Office
correct.
of the Secretary General. Kaya nagtataka kami and may precedents na tayo. There were other complaints in the past na talaga namang kinuha ng Deputy Secretary General or anyone from the office.
Correct.
So nung nakita ko na hindi tinanggap, sabi ko hindi na to. Set up na to.
Kasi if you notice all the impeachment cases filed in Congress, if it is the one, if an impeachment case is initiated by the administration with the blessing of the president, tanggap kagad eh. Mabilis pa sa alas 4. But when it is initiated by the opposition or by the minority, ang daming rikititos. So, may batas para sa administrasyon, may batas para sa
Hindi, pero
opposition.
ngayon
Ganun ba
lang ito
yun?
nangyari eh. Ngayon lang ito nangyari eh, na hindi tinanggap ng Office of the Secretary General regardless of whether the Secretary General is there or not. Diba?
May binanggit,
Meron na.
may
Meron
binanggit
na.
sa akin si
Sorry,
Cardema.
go ahead.
Si Cardema.
Cardema, yes.
May binanggit siya na gano'n. Sabi
Cardema
niya,
is the Duterte youth.
yes.
Oh,
Sabi niya, we
okay.
filed, I think, last year. Oh, anyway, hindi ko rin man alam yon. Pero ito yung first time na nakita ko. Kasi sabi ko, si Attorney Salonga, in fact, he's a neighbor. Mabait naman yung bata. Sabi ko, Attorney, if you cannot receive, pwede bang kausapin namin yung sa harap, yung sa front desk nila, sa receiving area, pa-receive namin. Sir, no one is authorized to accept that. Sabi ko, pat ganun? Eh, di ba ngayon, pumunta ka sa any office here, malapit dito, go to a government office, may letter ka, i-receive nila eh.
Mike, but you know, you're a politician and what's the motivation behind here?
The
What do you
motivation,
think is the motivation behind the refusal to accept?
I think, klaro sa akin, Attorney Sherda, yung patayin yung mga totoong impeachment. And the first impeachment, papasukin nila, and of course, they debate on it, form and substance. If you look at as requirement of the Constitution, 10 days, within 10 days, i-refer ni Speaker sa order of business.
Right.
From plenary, 3 days to the Committee on Justice. Yun na yung initiated eh.
Right.
Are
Yung
you
3 days na yun.
saying the one that was accepted is an impeach me complaint?
Impeach me complaint. Impeach me complaint.
So you're saying that the first impeachment complaint is quite weak. It was really
Yes.
meant to safeguard the 1-year
Alam mo,
ban.
Attorney Sherda, Nani, ito natatawa ako. I was surprised na si Yusek Claire Castro reacted. Sabi niya, i-prove mo, Mike, na mahina yung first complaint. Sabi ko, bakit ako? Ako kailangan i-prove? Eh, di ba, unang-una, palasyo siya. Dapat ang stand niya, all complaint.
Kaya, Sir Mike, huwag mo nang pansinin yun si Ate Claire. Ganyan talaga mag-isip. Ganyan talaga mag-isip si Ate Claire. Pababayaan mo hindi ka pa rin nasanay. Iba yung kabubuhan ng tao, pa iba-iba. Yung katalinuhan naman, maiba yung talino ni Ate Claire.
Sabi ko, bakit ako? Ako kailangan i-prove? Eh, di ba, unang-una, palasyo siya. Dapat ang stand niya, all complaints are weak. Wala yung basis. Di ba dapat ganun?
nga.
Ngayon ako pa magpo-prove na yung first complaint is weak. Pero the fact that they're doing this, inaharang nila yung talagang process
Sana yun
na
ang
dapat.
sinagot mo, Boss Mike. Tanggapin niyo yung sa amin because I can prove that impeachment complaint is weak.
Ayaw na nga
Then
ni
after the
Attorney
Hindi nga
Salonga,
sinasabi ko
eh.
nga eh. Dapat yun ang sinagot mo kay Yusek Claire Castro.
Naawa na nga ako kay Attorney Salonga. Sabi niya, sir, pasensya na talaga kayo. I cannot. And you know, syempre, naintindihan mo naman na pag-utusan to mga to, kawawa naman.
But just the same, you said you're going to the Supreme Court.
Ako,
You're not going back anymore to Congress to refile?
yun
Kasi
ang
sabi-
aking inclination. Personally, yun ang inclination. Kasi ang problem ko is, yung kay Attorney De Jesus, ni-receive na ng Speaker's Office.
Well,
Yeah,
was Garfield present when she filed the case, the complaint?
Sabi nila, yes,
Okay.
she was there.
No, but until it's calendared sa House plenary and relegated doon sa
pero kami kasi,
Committee on Justice.
Pag file namin ngayon, kaya pa lang nila itatransmit. Pwede lang i-transmit ngayon or bukas. Yung kanila,
Na-transmit na.
na-transmit na,
At yun ang constitutional basis nung unconstitutional yung ginawa yung nangyari kay VP Sara because 4 akong impeachment complaints at ang pinal against her.
yes, oo, may
Yun na.
tatlong
Was there an endorser from a representative of the House to endorse the complaint?
Yes,
Meron.
yes.
Who was
Meron. Actually, nangyari dyan, si Kedwin, may mga kausap kami. In fact, we were in the office of a congressman. Nung hindi ni-receive, tinawagan ko sila.
Wag na.
Hindi, sabi ko lang, dyan lang kayo.
Oo nga,
Pag ni-receive, baba kayo. Sabi nila, sige. Kasi nga, it's hard to impeach a president.
Correct.
Siyempre, yung mga congressmen are very much affected by it.
Oo.
Yung gigipitin sila, pafilan sila ng case.
Konting
May mga-
chismis lang.
Oo.
Yung bang mag-i-endorse sa impeachment nyo, minority o majority?
Actually, mix.
Mix?
Mix.
Oh, so
Oh.
may tatawid.
Ay, hindi naman. Well, ano ba? Hindi, mix eh.
Dapat nag-usap kami ni Egay, and apparently, I understand that you spoke to Egay if he was
Yes.
willing to endorse. And sabi niya, he doesn't want to endorse. And either naman ang sabi niya, complaint.
Yes, tama.
Both. But ang nakwento is that Kiko Barsaga was going to endorse kaso suspended. So, and then yung anak ni Chavit Singson was supposed to endorse also the complaint. So, who was your possible endorsers at least?
Ayaw nga nyo sabihin eh.
Oo.
Wag na muna.
Hindi, nasabi na eh.
Wala siyang sinabi.
Hindi, lumabas na yung kwento eh.
May lumalabas na kwentong ganun. Pero, actually, yung kay Kiko, nung nakausap ko siya, sabi ko, Kiko, alam mo, maganda to Kasi eto nga, ayan, you're a constitutionalist, Attorney Cerda. Suspended siya eh.
Talaga?
Suspended siya eh. So, pag nag-endorse siya, sabi ko, ano yan, that's something to be discussed by the Supreme Court.
Constitution.
Are you allowed to endorse or not? Kasi, you're still a sitting congressman, you're
Yeah,
just suspended.
suspended,
Right.
So, ano ba yan?
Yeah,
Yun
tama,
ang
tama.
isa. Pero I told him, you can't be just the only one. Kasi pagka ikaw lang yan, delikado.
By
It
the
has to
way,
be with an active sitting congressman.
Now that you're mentioning congressman, you also mentioned that Saltigo is willing to testify
Yes.
sa
Yes.
sa impeachment na
Yes.
final nyo.
Yes.
Really So nakausap mo siya mismo?
Ang, kasi naman yung kay Saldi ko.
Answer first.
Yeah.
Did you personally speak to Saldico?
Yes. Kasi ang sabi ko naman kay Kong Saldi, well, even before, sabi niya, di ba, I haven't spoken to him, sabi niya, willing akong magsalita sa Blue Ribbon Committee hearing. So, willing akong umupo dyan. But he was not allowed. So, sinabi ko, sige, under an impeachment process, kung papayagan ka under suspended rules without coming home, pwede ka ba? Sabi niya, pwede. Kasi we've done that. We've done yung suspended Zoom during deliberations,
Right.
witnesses. In fact, even now, meron daw recent na from Thailand or China, they were allowed to testify under Zoom. So, if you will be allowed, sabi niya, yes, I will do it. Sabi ko, without talking about any other concern. But yung sinabi mo na,
Alam mo saan ako nagtataka, Mike? Kaya mong hanapin si Saldico. Sila, parang hirap na hirap siya hanapin. O ayaw lang hanapin, o ayaw lang pahanap.
hindi ko alam. Hindi ko directly.
So
Not
it's not a
directly.
personal conversation between you and Saldico?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You did?
Yes.
But somebody intermediated and connected the both of you?
Yeah. To be specific about it, kayo nag-usap sa telepono, then I was able to talk.
Speakerphone.
Yeah.
Na itago na lang natin yung sa pangalan na Ace Barbers.
But you know, you've been recently involved in certain controversies. The Gutesa situation, the one that you mentioned na tumakbo, yung staff ni Saldico na binugbog. That in fact, that's the reason why NBI, did NBI question you on that?
No, they called me up.
Okay.
Alam mo, kaibigan ko naman yung NBI, and then personally, good friend. So they mentioned, sabi ko, no, I didn't say NBI. Sabi lang is may nakitang wallet, yung may nakitang NBI ID. And then si Attorney Magnum was kind enough to tell me, sabi niya, pagka may mga ganyan report, sir, sabihin mo sa akin. And I will help. Then I really appreciate yung
Hindi kasi
ganyan
naging
position
guest
niya.
dito yung NBA director, binulungan niya napuntahan ka.
Mabait yun, si Attorney Lito. Magaling yun. Professional.
Professional. And hindi naman
totoo.
tao. Very, very sparing
At saka,
kung
From the ranks yun, di ba?
Wait, but aren't you worried about your reputational risk? Or is there something to risk? By the way, tatakbo to. Masaka na natin pag-usapan yung future plans nito.
Actually, no, Nani,
Hindi bago si
Kedwin.
Mike dito.
hindi, yung pinapatay akong tinatanong, ano yung endgame? Anong gagawin natin? Ano bang mangyayari? Parati ko sinasabi, bakit kailangan tanongin yung endgame nang may nakikita tayong mali? May mali talaga eh. Alam natin may corruption. Lahat tayo na involved sa gobyerno, cabinet, Congress. Ngayon lang natin nakita yung massive corruption. Ang tanong, is the president involved? Ang theory ko, ang assertion ko, the president is involved. Toby Chanko, when you hear him, di ba?
Correct.
Toby Chanko, when you hear him, di ba? Sasabihin niya, hinto siya kay Martin Romualdez. So alam natin, I'm sure kayong dalawa, may ganyan kayong sariling pag-iisip about these people, including Martin, at the minimum. So bakit hindi natin pabayaan yung totoong investigasyon, an impeachment case, to discover the truth? I think, for me, politically, morally, ito yung tamang gawin eh. Pag pinabayaan natin ito magtuloy-tuloy, yung sinasabi lang parametric formula, galingan sa Makabayan Block, nag-serve tayo sa Congress. Magkano budget natin per district? 70 million.
Noon tayo.
30 million nasa SOF. Huwag ka makialam sa National Infrastructure Program.
Yun ang sa'yo.
Ngayon, Sec Edwin, every district 2 billion. Do you want this to continue? Gusto ba natin mangyari sa ating bayan to? So ako, yun ang endgame. Tapusin natin to, i-correct natin yung nangyari.
Question lang, Mike. Marami nagsasabi na ang corruption under this administration is out of control. And secondly, free for all.
Totoo.
Sa dami ng nasabit na tao na nakabilang sa mataas na bahagi ng ating gobyerno. What can you say about that?
Alam mo yung unprogrammed allocation, 2 trillion pesos. Ang claim ni Egay Erice, 1.4. Nag-divide kami niyan eh. Sabi ko, hindi, Egay, 2. Sabi niya, hindi na-release yung iba. Okay. So yung 1.4 trillion pesos nilagay sa unprogrammed allocation kalamihan flood control. Yung iba doon street lighting. Yung alam na natin yan.
This is a 2025 budget or
From
previous
2023
to 2025.
24-25. May budget for Metro Manila Subway. Kasi kasama yung sa NEP eh. Pag-submit dahil foreign obligation natin to the foreign funds, may nilalagay tayong pondo doon. Ang ginawa nila, kinuha nila yung pondo doon, ito naman yung nilagay sa unprogrammed allocation. So meron ka ngayon na butas na mga 400 billion yan total. But if I'm not mistaken, every year, dapat mga 150 to 200 ang nakalagay na pondo dyan. Yun naman ang binubunot nila, lalagay sa unprogrammed. Yung 150 na yun to 200, lalagyan naman nila ng mga flood control.
Oh.
So yung 2028 na dapat nating tapos na yung Metro Manila Subway, wala na. Ma-inaugurate na yan 2032. Na-delay na.
Sorry, Mike. I'm not trying to contradict you, but I watched one of the Senate committee hearings sa budget. This was asked specifically by one of the senators. At ang sagot ni Senator Win Gatchalian, because siya yung finance, di ba, is that ang sinabi sa kanya, mahina yung absorptive capacity ng specific project na yan. So therefore, maraming tulog na pera, inilipat muna nila. Totoo ba to o palusot lang to?
Ako palusot.
Okay.
Ako palusot. Pero whether palusot o hindi, ang mga problema kasi ng absorptive capacity na nabanggit nila, like all of us.
Wait, just for the record. That is a private, may trabaho niyan. That's not government eh. May contractor yan eh. So, I don't know why it's being called a lack of absorptive capacity.
No, it's a government-funded project.
It's a government-funded project. It's not just a government-funded project. It's a foreign-assisted project.
Yes.
So, but yung nagtatrabaho doon, hindi gobyerno, it's a private contractor.
No,
yun eh.
even that eh. But ang sinasabi ng absorptive capacity kasi, your ability to spend the money on time when you are given a budget.
Okay. Pareho naman kayong correct.
Yes,
For example, nung C5, may foreign funding yan. Sabi nung, in this particular case, JICA eh, yung ating sa Metro Manila Subway, uy, i-clear nyo na yung kalye. Diba? So, yung road right of way, yan na yung mga delays. So, doon yung sabi yung absorptive capacity.
Malamang gobyerno yung mag-clear ng
Oo,
highway.
pero if you recall, nung panahon natin na yan, talagang pinush natin. Bayani Fernando was there, nag-clear siya, so nagawa yung C5. So, in the same light, in the same manner, yun din ang debate ko dyan. Bakit mo kukunin yung pera dito, ilalagay mo sa unprogrammed allocation, tapos lalagay mo to ng flood control? Sana ginawa mo na talaga, kung ang problema, kunyari, yung mga informal settlers, hindi ginamit yung pera pa itayo yung bahay para ilipat sila.
In that particular case, nung panahon ni GMA kasi, very strict siya eh, when it comes to expenditures. Like in our case, may mga foreign assisted project kami, like, di ba? At pag hindi gumagalaw yung local counterpart, apektado kasi yung foreign counterpart. Kasi kung minsan utang yun, binabayaran natin interest eh.
Yes.
So, pinapagalaw ito. Yun lang naman ang gusto kong sabihin.
Tama, pinipilit yun. Ngayon, pagka deliberately, dinelay mo yun, para may butas ka lang para lagyan ng budget, yun ang mabigat.
The foreign assisted project that was put under unprogrammed allocation was the authorization cover. Because yung pera ng JICA nandoon na, pero kailan pa rin approval ng Congress.
Congress.
Yun, It wasn't, nilagay sa ang program, authorization cover ng perang yun. But,
Actually, si Edwin,
Sorry,
every
Mario,
year,
before you respond to that, ang kinikwento ko rito kanina, narinig ko sa budget hearing ng Senado, at yun ang tanong.
okay.
So I'm not trying to question yung
Correct.
mga,
Yeah,
yun
yeah.
lang.
correct.
Alright,
Let me just name the foreign assistance projects para lang klaro. Yung Panay-Guimaras Road,
Yes.
kailangan natin yan. Yung Bataan-Cavite Road,
Yes.
yung South Rail.
Yes.
Ito, ang bilis nito.
Tama.
Wala ka nang dadaanan dito. Andyan na yung long haul. Tapos nandyan yung North-South Rail connection from Clark to Manila. Yung Laguna Lake, kalye lang yun. Nagagawin doon sa gilid ng lake. Di ba yung pinaglalaban
meron na
yung...
yun, di ba? See something yun eh.
Oo. Hindi, yun nga, ang Sec Edwin, andyan na eh.
Oo nga.
Ba't di nila tinatapos?